Hi, you're with Barry and I'm here at Rancho La Puerta on this beautiful January day. It's like in the 70s and I'm sitting outside. What a gorgeous day. Today I'm with one of our presenters and this is Lena Rivkin. Welcome, Lena.
Thank you.
Lena is here and she's a professional graphologist and artist. So one of the things you do is analyze handwriting.
Yes.
Right, and that's what she's been doing with some of the guests this week. How did you get into doing that?
My parents took me when I was about 14 years old to Alvera Street in Los Angeles, and there was a woman there who was a handwriting analyst. She analyzed my handwriting. I was totally amazed about my aptitudes at that time were in music and art, and that's what she picked up. And I started to study it, and we had a family friend who was a professional graphologist, so he became my mentor, and this accidentally fell into this as a profession in addition to my art career.
Wow. And how long have you been doing it now?
About 25 years professionally.
Wow, 25 years professionally. That's
Yes.
amazing. So tell us a little bit about the talks you're giving to the guests this week.
I gave 3 talks. The first one was a general talk,
Right.
overview,
Right.
showing handwritings of all kinds of people, celebrities, politicians, writers, dancers, athletes. And then I gave a talk called The Creative Slant, showing visual artists, musicians, and writers primarily. And yesterday I gave a talk called The Right Hire, W-R-I-T-E, on the best kind of person to hire based on their aptitudes. And that was really fun and interactive with the audience.
Yeah, so that leads me into the next question that I have for you, which is, who hires you and what kind of services?
Well, I work a lot with businesses. I do a lot of behavior profiling for companies too, and handwriting authentication, which is looking at the handwriting to determine the authenticity of a signature. And individuals will learn, if you had your own handwriting read, I think it's confirming. You will learn more about yourself, perhaps, or self-discovery. And so I do all kinds of team building for groups, and
Do you ever see scary stuff?
sometimes I see very interesting things,
and
right,
yeah.
unusual things that are very, very visual for me.
Right.
And as an artist, I find it fun to look at all kinds of handwritings.
And I know I've heard from the guests this week that they just love you, and they say you're
Thank
just
you.
spot on in everything that you've been saying. So I thought it would be really fun. I'm sure a lot of the guests and maybe some of my staff would like to see what makes me tick. So I brought a sample of my handwriting that maybe you could just look at briefly.
Absolutely.
Right? Yeah.
And I do want to say that if I were to do a serious analysis, I
Right.
would like a whole page and a lot of time first before I gave you feedback.
I'd be too afraid for you to do something too serious, but yeah, okay.
Quickly, I would say first of all, by looking at your signature, which is very large, it's gestural and illegible, I would say that you're very comfortable with the limelight.
That is shocking.
And comfortable in front of people, and sometimes a little reserved personally. And what shows here is in your printing or print script is by the connective letters very efficiently, as well as the spaces between your letters and your words will show how quick your mind is and your intuitive sense too. So you're very intuitive in a very, very quick way. So if I had much more writing, I could see much more about you.
So you would probably say I was a really great hire for Rancho La Puerta.
Absolutely.
So Lena comes several times a year, and if you'd like to be here on one of the weeks that Lena's here, you can check out our website and you'll see when she's here. Thank you so much, Lena. I've enjoyed it.
Thank you for having me.